What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new 2020 Mercedes-Benz GLB 250. I do apologize if it's dirty in some little nooks and crannies. I tried to clean this to the best of my ability. It just came off the truck. We've got a few more up front, but I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible because I am very excited about this car. So this car is actually in between the GLA and the GLC. I could be wrong, because it definitely is not as big as the GLC. It's a little bit smaller than the GLC. Definitely not as close as being as the GLE. But I would say it's definitely bigger than the GLA. But overall, this thing looks amazing. I really am a big fan of the new daytime running lights that Mercedes-Benz is going with. You will notice that this is this new, I'm trying to look around me to see if there's a GLC that has these, but like the new GLC, has the little lower daytime running light, and then there's one up here as well. Big fan of this, looks really good. Overall, the GLB is a pretty boxy looking SUV. A lot bigger in person. I understand this probably looks fairly small to you guys, but this SUV is actually pretty big, believe it or not. Front end is very reminiscent of the GLA with the slotted grille right there. The new body lines on this car look awesome. Again, this is a brand new vehicle to the Mercedes-Benz lineup. Overall, love the front end. Again, it looks very similar to a GLA in the grille. Again, the headlights are brand new as well. Again, the GLC has something very similar. We have the very famous power domes, which are these things here, these little humps. They call those power domes. You'll notice those on GLCs as well. GLA, C63, stuff like that. And then we have some base wheels here, nothing crazy. This is a 235 55 18 on some Continental. I mean, these are very basic wheels on this particular model. Again, let's go ahead and move around to the back. 235 55 18. Again, very basic. Still looks really good. Moving to the back, we have this angle actually probably looks fairly familiar. If you are familiar with the new GLS, the rear end of this car actually looks exactly like a new GLS with the tailpipes, the new tail lights, the rounded off corners, the way the tailgate looks, it looks almost identical to the new GLS. If you weren't mistaken, if you were just standing right here, the only way you could tell the difference is obviously the badging and the size of the vehicle. Trunk-wise, fairly big. Again, the seats can fold down. This stuff, again, I haven't had any time to move any of this stuff around. Overall, lots of trunk space. We do compare stuff to golf clubs. You could probably fit easily, if you laid the seats down, 3-4 golf bags side by side, no problem. Have a little divider there, keep people from looking in the windows. Overall, very spacious here in the trunk. Close that. Love those taillights, those look amazing. Very spacious here in the rear. I am 6 foot on the dot, and I fit back here no problem at all. And actually, this part of the seat is sitting at almost a 90-degree angle. Sorry about the noise, guys. We are located right next to the highway. I am more than comfortable. Actually, if it was at this angle here, if I was more laid back, I would say I'm beyond comfortable. Like, I'm able to stretch out. This seat is actually at a perfect sitting, length on the dash for someone at my height. Again, if someone up here was like 6'3", anywhere from 6 foot to 6'3" could probably fit no problem. Even if they could move back a couple more inches. Again, I have plenty of room back here. I would have no problem on a road trip. And the child lock's on. All right, I had to climb out the other door. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. If keyless go, of course. Jump in to the driver's seat and check out the amazing technology, because this car does have quite a bit. So, if you guys watched my CLA 250 review, the new 2020 CLA, you will be very familiar with all this technology because it's basically the exact same thing. This has the same exact motor out of the CLA 250. This has the exact same technology out of the CLA 250. Overall, basically the same car, just a much larger SUV. So this does have the MBUX system. That is a new system to the Mercedes-Benz lineup. By far, one of the greatest systems out there, if not my favorite. It's in the new GLA, the new CLA, coming in all the new cars. So you do have the Hey Mercedes system. I was trying to get her to go there, but she didn't. Hey Mercedes. Hey Mercedes.
How may I help you?
And then you can go from there. Sometimes you got to talk a little too loud. Sometimes you got to get stern with her, and that's okay. No, but in all seriousness, sometimes you have to talk a little bit louder for the car to hear you. In my past videos, you guys have actually commented saying that it's like, oh, the MBUX system doesn't work all that well because I had to say it a few times. I just wasn't saying it loud enough. But that always happens on camera. That it just comes with being a content creator because everything seems to go wrong while you have the camera on. But anyway, enough of me babbling here. This is a touchscreen, so that is, they're kind of leaning towards touchscreens a little bit more in a few of the models. The new GLE has it, the CLA. The new GLA, if you guys haven't seen that, the new GLA was just announced yesterday. Looks fantastic. We'll definitely be doing a video on that when it comes. But yep, this is all touchscreen up here if you didn't want to use the touchpad, which is down here. So they did do away with the scroll wheel that was in the GLA, CLA, all the other Mercedes-Benz models. So we do have a touchpad here that controls the screen. It does have haptic feedback, so it just vibrates a little bit. The touchscreen is fantastic. It is, I mean, I would compare it to using an iPhone screen or any of your new smartphones. That's how responsive it is. You barely touch it, it starts moving. It honestly seems like it starts moving when you before you even touch the screen. But fantastic touchscreen, big fan. Normally I'm not a fan of touchscreens because of fingerprints and stuff, but this one works amazing. Definitely worth it. And again, using the touchpad is awesome. And then of course you have the two touchpads on either side of the steering wheel. So you can scroll through. Here's an example of all the cool themes that you can use. Changes everything up on the displays. Turning radius, you can see how all this changes. So this is the off-road mode. Shows the grade that you're on. 4MATIC work. You actually shows you the 4MATIC system as you're driving along. So very cool. I won't go too in-depth into that because we will be here all day long. But let's go ahead and show you a few more features around the car. Again, very simple stuff here. So just windows, mirrors, locks, heated seats, stuff like that. And then right here we have all the climate control. Really like this new design. And then down there we just have some storage, USB Type-C. All of your, sorry about the dust, again, this just came off a truck. Dynamic select, let's see all the modes here. So we have off-road mode, eco, comfort, sport, and then individual. You can customize your own liking. So fantastic, all the different modes that we have here. Up here we have Mercedes Me, SOS. So all the different, same little buttons that are in the older models. All of your lights and stuff like that. Other than that, guys, very simple in this particular model. If you guys want to see a much more loaded GLB when they start to roll in, because I'm gonna say we're probably gonna get a few, let me know in the comments below and I would be more than happy to make a video on one of the more loaded up GLBs. So before we end the video, I gotta show you guys the engine bay here. Again, very similar to the CLA 250 motors. Turbo sits right up front, engine in the back there, airbox, your battery sits right up front. Very simple stuff. This car has 221 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. Perfect for this little car. I keep calling it little. Again, it is not necessarily a very small car. Again, you guys saw how I fit in the car. Perfect for a daily driver, great for off-road, any time of the year, any season. So behind the engine, there is an 8-speed DCT transmission. 8-speed, fantastic for long-distance driving, very quiet, keeps the RPMs very low. Again, for making just the overall drive very quiet, very comfortable, and very efficient. The car gets combined about 26 to 28 miles per gallon, which is fantastic for an SUV. This car comes in right at around $43,000. Now, this one isn't the most loaded GLB on the planet, but it does have some tech, and it's a bang for your buck, that's for sure. This is a fantastic vehicle, fantastic daily driver, and would be great for a family. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and smashing that bell. We do greatly appreciate it. We put out content all the time. Our upload schedule is kind of all over the place, but I am getting into the groove of uploading very consistently now. So I appreciate everyone's feedback. Please let us know what you guys think of the video below. If you're watching this on Facebook, please give it a like and share with your family and friends. Until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
There goes a sight from my soul.